People will see.
Brothers and sisters of the celestial energy, brother Heru Horus, what's going on? I'm gonna be brief about this here. I'm gonna be very brief about this. If you all are in an area, in your area. And my dad called me yesterday morning. It's nice and sunny yesterday. And it's like the same thing here. Kids, there's a class 2, class 3, solar flare. I told my dad. I told him about us. We gotta stop this. We can't let KODs being to continue to do as they please, which means we gotta go into higher realms. And this is what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk about the frequency and the mental frequency, and how to increase the frequency. So how to increase your frequency and open up your mind. How to open up the creative side of your mind. How to open up the angelic frequencies. And that's something that's important for us all. And we're gonna talk about what dimensional being are you, because soon we're going to be talking about how the demonic side of you. We're talking about the when I did the high frequencies yesterday, the 945 and whatever, that's the angelic frequency. So we're gonna talk about your demonic frequencies, what are even higher than the angelic frequencies. But here's your manifestation. What type of dimensional being are you? All right, we know that we are in a third dimensional realm, which is a realm, a material realm. That's all it is a material realm. That's all 3D means. 3D means flesh and blood. You can feel it. You can have nerves. You got trees. You got grass. You got wind and water. You got dirt. You got seeds. It's a realm where you can feel, see, taste, touch, smell, hear. That's that third dimensional realm. People make that third dimensional realm as a bad place to be. This is where you are literally here to experience the physical realm. You're experiencing everything on the physical level. When you go above the third dimensional realm, that's the realm of thought. That's the realm of thought. That's what you call the astral realms, where many of us in the so-called school days, when you're supposed to be going to school and supposed to be learning in school, we were actually in the fourth dimensional realm. We were what they call daydreaming. Even as a young, I remember I'm drawing dragons and all planets and all kind of creatures, and they were fighting each other. This is where it was, and the teacher's like, I need you to pay attention so you can get this bullshit education. I'm getting education that wasn't even necessary for me to learn, but it was forced upon us because of a freaking reptilian-based system that we want us to learn something to keep us away from the fourth dimensional realm, the realm of thought. You really thought, though. The fourth dimensional realm, you talk about the astral realms where you begin to travel, where you travel through the spirit realm. You know this. You have to understand, understand that the astral realm is a realm of thought, where you can literally see things and do things that you can't do in the physical realm at this present moment. Hold on, we're gonna get into that. So this is the realm of thought. Now, as you go deep enough into the fourth dimensional realm, this fourth dimension is really gonna shift you to a fifth dimensional realm. Because sooner or later, you spend so much time in the fourth dimensional realm, which is the astral realm. You begin to do things in the spirit realm. You want to be a manifestation. For instance, I had problems with a supervisor one time. And this guy was supposed to be. You can work in the spirit realm while being in the physical realm, and you can make things manifest in the physical realm straight from the spiritual realm. Alright? This is so important for us to understand, overstand, because we're going into a whole nother area of what I call space-time totality. I call it space-time totality because you're using the total energy of space and time, and you're literally making things happen. Now, this is only on I'm talking to somebody, so when you go into the whole part of telepathy, so when you become a fifth dimensional being, and then a fourth dimensional being, you're able to go into the astral realm. That is the realm of thought. You're strong enough to go into the realm of thought. You're strong enough to do whatever we got to do and not fail and not be killed. Because that's the astral realm. There's some who have gone in the astral realm and literally have been killed in the astral realm because they wasn't strong enough and because they died. Whoever they were in the physical realm, they died as well. This is how real this shit is. And when you start to become a fifth dimensional being, this is a being you're talking about. You're able to think and send your energies to other things. They begin to manifest on a more spiritual level. I mean, that's all that spirit is nothing but frequency. When you talk to your mother, your father, or your cousin who don't understand you, you're trying to explain to them, and they're not understanding you. You go into that spirit realm, you go into that astral realm, and you go and you begin to talk to them. And you let them know who you are, all through thought. Have that quiet session, go to the astral realm, and thinking, seeing your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your grandparents, your cousin, whoever they may be. You see you talking to them, and you explaining to them in the alternate realm, which is the spirit realm, and you talking to them and letting them know how you feel, and you talking to them and letting them know why, and why you feel this way, and this is who I am, and this is why I'm transforming, because you did this, and you didn't physically talk to them. They're basically the spirits like, okay, I understand, we at peace with each other. This is when you become a fifth dimensional being. This is the lower level fifth dimensional being. Because when you become a higher level fifth dimensional being, you begin to talk to masses of people. Talking to masses of people. You're also healing people. And I didn't realize that early on. I began to awaken because I listen to all types of frequencies, and I turn on and listen to frequencies for hours. And I didn't realize I was motivating myself at the time. My physical body didn't realize what my spirit body was doing until my physical body finally caught on. But I was healing people online. But you can go in the astral realm and feel yourself touch on the physical inside of your body. And then you should keep up with these people for a couple of years. And they said, whatever you did, you healed me. And he's like, I thank you. They're going to thank you for that. And that's early on. You can do this through Facebook, Snapchat. This happened before I even came to YouTube. This is a part of being a higher dimensional being. Understanding the power that's within you, the force that's within you. But now, you start talking about doing this in the fifth dimension. This is all fifth dimension. It's like you're an active spiritual being in the physical realm. When you're able to think and that sky begin to participate and the sun comes out and you go into a higher level of energy. Going into a higher level of energy where you can stop their system from operating. This is a higher dimensional being, and you're able to make these things happen. That won't happen on a regular basis. You can shut down their system, and secretly, they're doing everything they can do to repair their system because you have already damaged their system. You understand that? You've already damaged their system. You became a beacon of power. In the fifth dimension, your energy literally destroyed everything. So you're literally destroyed a physical thing. Either your energy healed a physical being. That's when you start going into the fifth dimension. When you begin to do things in the spirit realm. And those things you do in the spirit realm are showing up in the physical. So you you're linking into the fourth. You go into the sixth dimension. And the sixth dimensional being is a higher being. But still, you have to start at the fourth, which is the realm of thought. You're going to start out to the fourth. Okay. The sixth dimensional being is one who's able to think on something that they need. And it literally manifests in the physical right there before them. And that's a sixth dimensional being. Alright? That's an extremely powerful being. And you're able to make that thing appear in the physical realm. And you're able to, what you call telekinesis. And you see the brothers and sisters, like that one sister was moving the tin and the can back and forth, and the brother using his hand to make the force of the way he moves his body. Move the can, that's also part of the sixth dimension. So this is a sixth dimensional energy. So you've mastered the third dimension, which is physical. This is physical, but I have to go higher in the physical to make the physical go higher, which is when you go through the realm of thought. So what do? You make things happen. and manifestations and the raw thoughts. And in these manifestations, you begin to understand that you make things happen in the spiritual area that cannot happen in the physical. Then you begin to move on in some way. I can use the energy within me, so now you're tuned into the frequencies within you. And you continue to go into your meditation and continue to go on strong within yourself. And you'll be like, I can move these things within my body. And this is a sixth dimensional being. We're going to go higher in a little bit. Okay? So you understand the power of the sixth dimension. It's the power of the sixth dimension. Understanding the powers within us. When you're able to think, when you're able, that thing literally manifests. Right before you, that thing literally just comes into the physical. Since you're going into the spirit and saying, you know what? I need this. I need that. I need this to work for me. I need that to work for me. I need this. I need to do that. And what happens? Well, what happens? You literally begin to flow into a completely different energy. You flow into a completely different power. Alright? You begin to make things appear physical. Just through that mental thought. Everything begins with the fourth dimension. Everything begins with the fourth dimension. And you're talking about the power of manifestation. The power of manifestation already began in the fourth dimension. Whether you see it happen or you don't see it happen, you're in a higher area, just like talking to your friends or your loved ones, making corrections with things. You can beat the hell out of people and fuck people up in the fifth dimension and the fourth dimension, and they physically feel that shit. And that's part of being a fifth dimensional being. When you begin to literally fuck them up, and they begin to read physically, and you see their skin tearing physically, this is when you start tapping into the sixth dimension. This is when you become a sixth dimensional being, like I said. This is when you in the area of manifestation. You're manifesting whatever energies, whatever powers within you, and begin to show it, alright? This is extremely important, brothers and sisters, because you're starting to tap into that unknown, the unknown energies, the unknown forces, the unknown powers, the unknown abilities. This is something that is an original being. It's something that's important for you to begin to access. So that sixth dimension is that you literally manifesting that from which is the spiritual into the physical, realizing that what you're doing is just shifting the top of the structure. It's atomic energy. You're literally taking that energy, that atomic energy from one, which is the spiritual reality, and bring it to the physical reality. And understanding that happens before even the physical. And this is the sixth dimensional beings. Now going in the seventh dimensional being, you begin to, things get a bit different. You begin to do things a bit different. There's a seventh dimensional being who's already in the sixth dimension. You're making things manifest. You're causing things to manifest. You're causing things to appear in the physical that you just thought of. That's just like a 3D printer. These Saxons created a 3D printer because they needed something They needed something to create something physical that they don't have. So they used the machine. Oh, god damn it. Get up on the thing. Stupid video game characters they printed out. They, in the midst of it printing, creates a replica of something that they couldn't get. Like, that part is no longer available. They couldn't be making it made anymore. The manufacturers don't make it anymore, and they would take that part and they take pictures of that part. They would put those pictures in the computer, and that computer would literally use these fibers or whatever and create that part and then create a 3D printer. And that's right. It's a physical part. It's necessary. That's all part of artificial intelligence. That's right, original being. We don't have to use the 3D printer because we already be a 6-dimensional being, which means that we make those things appear in the physical. Okay? This is your frequencies, your vibrations. You're on a whole nother level. The power within you is on a whole nother level. You begin to operate in a completely different capacity. Something for you to think about on this level right here. You're literally beginning to flow into a higher form of energy, a higher form of power. Understand that. So as you go from the 6-dimensional being, saying, okay, I can make this here appear. Now you want to give flowing. I can be in a 7-dimensional being too. You gotta understand when you start talking about these dimensional areas. These are areas of thought. These are areas within you. And you're understanding the different abilities and powers that you have. This is the force within you, a nature within you. How everything comes into creation. As we as the original beings were created. We are created from thought. The thought of nature. The thought of the nature, the cosmos, the galaxies, the star systems. This is how we were created. Oh shit. This didn't happen in the laboratory. That's why we don't have the organs that we have on other planetary bodies. Us, the black and Hispanic people, our kidneys are formed of uranium from Uranus. And liver and lungs are from plutonium from Pluto. So we are literally beings who are thought up. We have Mercury in us. We have Neptunian in us. And we have the Saturnarian. We have these different elements. Because we are the thought. And we were manifested. This is why you understand that. You said we are primordial deities. We are never created. We are manifested. So you go from that 6-dimensional being able to think on this higher level. These things begin to appear. Then you begin to advance into a 7-dimensional being. Well, you need to understand, okay, well, if I can make these physical things appear, then I can make fire come from my body. Now you come into the 7-dimensional being where you can understand you can literally create fire from your body. This takes a lot of discipline. Understand that this takes a lot of discipline, takes a lot of energy. This takes a lot of passion. It takes you in time with meditation. It's time to get away from everything. Going higher within yourself and go into that point of meditation where you're no longer thinking, but you're a part of, and you're literally a part of that energy. It's a part of that power. You're making energy that are directly come from my body. You say, I need You saying you need weapons, realizing you're the weapon inside your body all alone, which means you are the weapon all alone, which means you can literally manifest that power, manifest that energy directly from our body. You become that force. You can become that power. Well, what happens? You see that in the physical realm. Everything is gone from the spiritual realm and brought to the physical realm. You understand everything that's happening right here. Everything that's seen in the spiritual realm is brought to the spiritual realm. When you're dealing with inorganic beings, you're dealing with your own people. They call themselves law enforcement. And do all these things to force you. And you can literally cause their bodies to shift into other things for your protection. And this is your advancement. This is how you're advancing, because you know what? I didn't come this far for someone to put me under physical strengths. Let me show you what power I have, and that's when you become a self-dimensional being. You become to make things happen from your body and the way you move it. Alright? In the physical. Alright, something for you all to think about. Okay. That power alone in the 7th dimension. There's some crazy power. Alright. It gets higher. It gets higher. Holy shit, where is he? So we've established we're 6th and 7th dimensional beings, so we're coming to the 8th dimensional beings. 8th dimensional beings are extremely high dimensional beings. Only because they have the abilities to make things happen and make them fly, levitate. Oh yeah, they start to make these things happen because you begin to understand that you are one with the energy. So just like the planet Earth, just like the planets that they're spinning in the middle of space, alright? They're just spinning. They're literally on a higher conscious level. This is why we have that system here that's trying to hold us back from becoming higher dimensional beings. Talk about higher dimensional beings, you're talking about the mindset. You're talking about dimensions depend on the mind. That's the mindset. It's the mindset of the gods. Mindset of primordial deities. You start lifting up in the air and flying. Now you're a 7th dimensional being because you were literally causing energy to come from your body, but if you're an 8th dimensional being, you're flying and you're levitating and you're making energy come from your bodies. Understand that is a sign of infinity, alright? You're infinite beings of power within that mindset. You're flying across the cosmic sky in the physical. Now this is all through thought. Alright, remember, this is all through thought. This is all for you being able to manifest things through thought. You're thinking on this level and it's becoming and it's happening. This is where mankind doesn't want us to be because he can't be here. He can't do this. He can't enjoy this type of life. So this is why it's important for brothers and sisters to advance their minds. So it's why we give you this information so you can advance your mind. So you can become a more powerful being. So you can become more infinite beings. So I'm going to do another video and we're going to go from the 10th to the 13th. To the 9th to the 13th, because we're only an 8th dimension being, 9th dimension being, extremely high beings as well. We're gonna do starting at 9 and go to 13, because when these beings came here and we're 13th dimensional beings, we had to make sure we felt from power, for extremely powerful power, so we won't operate on nothing but in the higher capacity. To them, this is this evil. To them, this is demonic. You talk about demonic, you talk about feminine energy. energies. They knew about feminine energies we operated on. They knew about powers we operated on. They knew about everything we operated on. They knew about this, and they literally wanted to try and hold us and enslave our minds and our people with the bullshit so that we won't operate on the level of powerful primordial deities that we are. You understand this, brothers and sisters? So from this point right here, this is part one on what dimensional being are you. Remember, we have a whole enemy who's working hard against us to make sure they won't make us get past the fourth dimension. And they want the astral. When you start going to the fifth, sixth, seventh, you go to the eighth dimension, where you're that eighth dimensional being lifting off the ground, making things happen. This is what they fear, and we're gonna get here together. But some of you may, I give the information, fuck. Don't come and say, oh, why are you not doing it? It'll happen for me when it's supposed to happen. Meantime, my job is to raise an army of primordial deities. So anyone in the comment section, join me to fight against this in the system. Let's do this, brothers and sisters. All power to the multi-celestial angelic beings. May chaos reign with you forever and ever. Remember, chaos is everything. All right, much power to you all.